Hello guys. So while I was working on the Patreon post for the new moon in Virgo today, which I will be publishing later today, afternoon Eastern time, sometime after 3 or 4 p.m. Well, yeah. I wanted to, I pulled some cards for the post that I wanted to share with you. So if you're new, welcome in. Have a peek around. And if you're a supporter and follower, thank you for being here. This is interesting because the new moon in Virgo card itself came out, and I thought to myself, this is the moon showing, it's kind of like when your sign shows up, if I do a private reading for you and you're a Scorpio and the death card shows up, right? So it's the energy showing itself, revealing itself in the reading. Now, what we have here is an energy of cooperation, because we have both the Three of Cups and the Three of Pentacles, always indicating a group or a collective consciousness or collective efforts. So Three of Cups is friendship and celebration, dancing, revival of joy is sort of my definition of the Three of Cups. And then the Three of Pentacles speaks of working together on a project. It's teamwork, it's collaboration in the 3D world. So a project that you will collaborate on with others that I think will bring you a lot of joy, you know, coupled with the Three of Cups. There is an element also of getting back to your truth. If, you know, I've been speaking of this identity crisis or identity shift and relying on the compass of your soul rather than the compass of this human experience or human project or human earth school that we are a part of, that we have volunteered to come here to complete and to do. This is our mission, to be human right now, to move through what we're moving through. So this to me is a card of getting back to whatever integrity is for you. And I feel this is very strong for the divine masculines. So I feel the masculine energy in all of us is working very hard right now to be men and women of integrity, to be people of integrity that live and speak their truth, that do not apologize for their foibles or do not apologize for their past, do not apologize for what they've experienced or what they've gone through or who they've been to get to where they are now. This is not the same as having no remorse for something. This is more like, I will not apologize for who I am and what I've had to go through to get here. I will make amends with my past. I will not let others shut me down or tell me that what I went through isn't valid. This is also about, for the masculine energy, getting back to a place where you feel comfortable in your own skin and you feel like you can trust yourself. There's a huge element here with this identity shift of trusting oneself versus seeking knowledge from outside. And this is coming up over and over and over again in the readings. So if you've been one to rely on, you know, teachers or books, and I know I have a ton of books, you guys have seen them here. One of them is the book for the astrology course that I'm taking in Hellenistic astrology. And it's about, 800 pages. But so books are necessary and teachers are necessary, but so is honoring and trusting your own heart, being of integrity to yourself, because it's so easy to get out of alignment or out of integrity with our own truth because we're relying on other people's opinions or judgments. So this is a call of action to quiet those voices of other people and to really truly accept and honor the voices of your own soul. There is justice that's coming through with this new moon in Virgo. I'm not surprised. You know, we see Libra as sort of the justice sign, right? Libra is connected to justice and the scales and the balancing and the weighing of karma. But I actually have always seen Virgo as the truth teller. I've seen Virgo as the one who gives it like it is. They're a straight shooter. They don't beat around the bush. They say what they mean what they say, sometimes to the point of hurting people's feelings. They can be very sharp-tongued, much like a Scorpio, but in a different manner. Scorpio and its lower energies can do that to be deceitful or manipulative. Virgo comes in with this energy to just tell the truth. So this is definitely about truth and integrity, getting back to your bearings, getting back to what makes you you. And if you're not sure what makes you you, it's time to figure that out. It's a time for healing, and it's a time to give rather than take. So Virgo is to be of service. One of the key core elements of Virgo is I will serve others. I will stand in my mission work. That will be my truth. That will be my joy. And that's how I will create my abundance, by serving others. So Virgo knows inherently that you get more when you give more. So Virgo is here to remind us to give back to the community, to give back to the voiceless. I'm a big fan of the voiceless. I'm a big fan of animals and animal rights, because they can't speak, or children because they can't speak, or other people, war veterans, homeless, they can't necessarily speak, especially if there's mental illness involved. So I'm a big proponent of supporting mental illness, children's rights, animal rights. So find the place where you can give back, and you can somehow, even if it's quiet, it doesn't have to be loud and out there. It's just not for other people, it's for you to know that you're serving other people in some way. It's a big part of our mission work here, my loves. And people, I think, often come to me, I don't know what my big mission is. What if it's a smaller mission on a smaller scale that's still very impactful? Maybe it's in your local community or your neighborhood or even your family. It doesn't have to be this, you don't have to be the next Oprah to make an impact on the world. So I think we often don't give ourselves enough credit on this journey. And because we've been knocked down so many times that it's like, how many times do I have to not get knocked down and get back up? And how long am I going to be, or how many times am I going to have to dust myself off and look at the bruises that I've incurred from this journey, and the heartache and the loss and the frustration and the everything that comes up with being on the twin flame journey. And if you're here and you're like, what the heck is a twin flame? I don't know if I'm a twin flame. Not to worry. This is a reading for everyone. It's a reading for those on the ascension path, those on the soulmate journey, those who are traveling solo through this earth school. Every soul has their choice. And I know for a lot of divine feminines, even though you have a physical counterpart that exists out there, you've been doing this journey solo for a very long time. And I know it gets lonely. I know it gets frustrating and exhausting. And I feel you guys, I empathize, okay? I understand. I am one of those feminines that has spent many years solo. And I've been in long separations with my DM. I know what that feels like. I understand. I also understand the joy of meeting your own soul. So this truly is about your time for healing. This is literally the depiction, the new moon, the new moon, the new moon coming out in the reading. This is a time for you to collaborate, though, and a time for you to create a sense of community in your life. And however you form that, whatever that looks like to you, getting back to however you would define integrity, however you would define being honest or true to yourself. And I'm going to go into more detail on the Patreon post. Some of you prefer the written posts. I personally prefer them. So the majority of the Patreon posts are written, but I've started doing extended readings over there, which seem to be very popular, and you really seem to enjoy them. So I'll continue doing those. And for the new moon and full moon readings, I'm doing them for every new moon and full moon now. Those are for VIP patrons. It's a special edition for them. But I will be going into more detail over there. I wanted to give you an overview here, though, in video form, to take a look at what we have coming up for this new moon and what to look forward to. I do see a balancing of the scales, and I think that's important. That I think people need to hear that. I think people need to feel like there's justice coming in different areas of your life. It could be in work and career. It could be with your counterpart, finally getting that communication, or finally feeling free of the longing, right? Could come in different ways for different people. It could be, with justice, I do see that there could be separations or divorces for either you or the counterpart, or some sort of resolution of a legal matter is coming up. So for those of you, this could be for real estate involvements. It could be for anything that may be coming up that is legal and that maybe has been weighing on you. So this shows that the tides are turning in your favor, and that you will have community behind you on this. Turn to community right now, and turn to friends and family, and also turn to yourself, because this is a deep time for reflection, introspection, and healing. New moon is all about planting new seeds. And it's kind of that Seven of Pentacles energy. I've planted the seeds, they're well planted. Now I have to wait for them to sprout. But I don't stand there and watch them and hope that they sprout right before my eyes. I step back and I continue on my journey. And then before you know it, they're going to be sprouted. They're going to become plants and trees and flower and bring beauty. So I hope that this has given you guys a little bit of an insight, an introduction into the energies, and I'll go into much more detail on the Patreon post over there today, and it will be up and published later today. Happy new moon in Virgo, and I will see you for the next video. Take care, guys.